the Motorola Edge 30 Fusion. Yes, what's good people? It's your boy Jamo fam. We're out here with the Motorola Edge 30 Fusion. Now you don't know the vibes already. Let me give a big shout out to the guys at Motorola UK and Free Monkeys for putting me on the Edge 30 Fusion to review and also flying man out to next countries to do review things, you see me? Now I've spent a couple of days now with the Fusion and I'm not gonna lie, it's shaping up to be one of my favorite smartphones 2022. Now first off, let's get the unboxing out the way, innit, because it was pretty much simple. Literally got the box, got the phone, got a little condom case for the phone, got a USB charging cable, got a 68-watt power brick to charge the phone with, so that was nice. Man could even charge my laptop and my Steam Deck with that, and got some paperwork thing there, man. Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff there, innit? So pretty much simple unboxing experience. Now moving on to the feel of the phone, fam. We've definitely got that premium feel going on here. This is obviously the matte black version. There's also a version that kind of has this kind of fake leather or real leather kind of thing going on. It looks bare business like. I feel it. I'm definitely feeling that. Like if I got that one, I don't think I would have a case because it's a lot more grippier as well. But with this kind of matte black kind of finish, you're definitely gonna need a case, keep it protected. And you've also got that nice two-tone camera sensor there as well. Yeah, no, when you look at this phone on first glance, it's screaming premium. Now, Motorola are pricing this thing at $499. They did have a $399 early bird price thing, but that is gone. If you can still find it at that price, it's a steal. At $499, it is a steal as well, but there's a lot of competition. Now let me drop specs on you so you know what we're dealing with this Fusion, yeah? Snapdragon 888 Plus with 5G, 8GB of RAM, 128GB of storage. I would have loved to see like a 256 version because we're kind of going into power user territories here, especially with the Snapdragon 888 Plus. But anyway, that's just me. 50 megapixel triple camera thing with optical image stabilization. Make sure your shots stay steady in low light and all that. On-screen fingerprint sensor, 4,400 mAh battery, 68-watt fast charging, but no wireless charging on this model, considering the fact that the cheaper Neo model does have wireless charging. They're weird, but we move. And we got a 6.55 Full HD Plus display, POLED technology, 144 Hz, and it gets hella bright. Now, the display, I'm not gonna lie, it caught me slipping. When I took it out of the box, I was thinking, rah, like, is this the flagship? I don't even know, because the way it kind of curves round to the edges and it's just hella bright, I could tell that it was an AMOLED straight away. Yeah, the display is a nice, decent quality, fam. Next thing that shocked me on this phone was the haptics. Now, the haptics are loud, yeah? They feel powerful, but not as accurate as the haptics on the Neo, which I just reviewed. They feel a bit more louder, stronger, definitely more there. You're able to feel them a bit better, but yeah, just not as accurate. I kind of prefer it that way. A lot of people might think, nah, this is too loud, it's too noisy, it's too rattly. But I kind of prefer it that way, but it'll be interesting to know what you guys feel. Now, moving on to audio. Big up yourselves for sending me down a couple of gadgets and accessories for the PC. Yeah, the audio is okay. The audio is all right. I wouldn't say it's much better than the cheaper priced Edge 30 Neo, but it's about the same, I would kind of say. We've got the stereo speaker thing going on, but again, it's the full range speaker at the bottom, and a speaker that's probably about, I'd say maybe 80% the strength of the speaker at the bottom there. I prefer to have like a dual speaker where we've got 100% on both sides, kind of like the old days with the HTC boom sound speakers or with the ROG phone stuff, innit? Now, in terms of UI, you guys already know the vibes, fam. We're basically talking stock Android. We're basically talking Pixel. Like, it's just clear. There's no bloatware at all, no doubling up of apps, no excess background processes going on. Literally everything on this phone is Google Pixel. But obviously, you've still got the Motorola Chop to get the flashlight on, and you've also got the Motorola Twist to get the camera on, you understand? Or you can twist it again to turn the camera around. So yeah, that's all I really need from Motorola, and they've just been consistent with the software they're putting on their phone. Now, moving on to performance, the Snapdragon 888 Plus obviously has got you covered. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Snapdragon 888 Plus was the top of the range, the top of the range processor just last year, yeah? Just last year. So obviously, it's still gonna push bricks, cuz it's gonna do job. jobs. And it's weird because when I was at the Motorola event, a couple of the other tech journalists there were like, "Ugh, it's got the last year's processor. Why are you using the last year's processor instead of this year's processor?" And I'm thinking, bro, that's the 888 Plus you're talking about, bro. You need to come with some respect, bro. Bro, don't get me mad, bro. You know, like that, but we're in the tech space, edit, fam. So as a techie, you always want the newest, the newest, the newest. You want what's not even out yet, innit? Moving on to battery, we're in a good place, fam. We've got 4,400 milliamp hour battery, and although the Snapdragon 888 Plus does take quite a bit, I'm still easily able to get 7 to 8 hours of on-screen time, which kind of lines up with what I'm getting with the cheaper priced Edge 30 Neo, and I'm pretty much happy with that. And that's not me sipping at the battery or using it delicately kind of thing. That's me having all my notifications from my social media just running in the background, using 2.2 camera and this and that kind of thing, innit? And furthermore, 68-watt fast charging, yeah? If I do happen to go low in less than 40 minutes, I know that this phone will have 100% battery, which means man can go in the shower, man can eat breakfast, put the phone on charge. By the time man is done, we're good to go, fam. Trust me, fast charging is a different source, yeah? Different source. And last but not least, camera. Now, as for the stills performance, yeah, I'm not mad at it. In brightly lit conditions, yeah, like most phones, it does jobs. Pictures come out clear, pictures come out crisp, and I actually do like the HDR on this phone when I'm taking stills, fam. It does look quite good. Saturation looks decent. You guys let me know though, obviously, because I'm not a photography professional like that, you get me? Now, moving on to video, we got quite a few options here that low-key are giving flagship level specs. Like, we got 8K at 24 frames per second on the main sensor, 4K at 60 frames per second on the main sensor, 1080p at 120, I think 1080p up to 240 frames per second on slow motion mode as well, fam, which is actually quite decent. As for video on the wide angle lengths, you're only getting 1080p 60 maximum, which is definitely a step in the right direction, but it would be nice to at least see 4K something on the ultra wide angle lens. Now, as for video on the front facing camera, just like in the cheaper Edge 30 Neo, you're getting up to 4K 30 frames per second, which, you know, is not bad. That is decent. When you're doing your TikToks, when you're doing all of that kind of nonsense there, fam, you're gonna be HD, cuz you're gonna be caught in 4K. That's not bad. I'm not mad at that. Thought we'd do a little Wi-Fi speed test just to see how fast the internet is on the phone, especially as we're right next to the router. It looks like we're getting 450 download and 70 megabytes upload, which is not bad for my gigabit internet. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this Motorola Edge 30 Fusion, we're looking at premium things going on here, fam. The phone looks nice, feels nice, performance is there, battery life is there, battery charging is there, but there's no complaints. I've got no complaints. I would have loved a better camera, but at this mid-range price point, I'm kind of happy where it is.